Hey there, I'm Justin Wilcox from Customer Dev Labs, and today I want to answer a question that I get quite a bit, which is, when do you pitch your solution? So we know one of the rules of interviewing during our problem interviews is that we don't talk about our idea. So if we don't do that during the problem interview, when do we talk about our solution? And I got the answer for you. It's a 5-letter word, starts with the letter N, and ends with the word never. So when do you pitch your solution? Never. Or at least I never pitch my solutions. So let me tell you why. In the B2C scenario, when we're pitching something, it's presumably because we want to test whether or not someone will give us anything valuable for our solution. We're testing whether or not they'll give us currency. So this is really a currency experiment that we want to run here. So by currency, I mean, will they give us something valuable like actual cash? Will they give us something valuable like time or data or a download or an email address? Will they give us something? So really here, I don't pitch in B2C scenarios. I ask for some form of currency. Now, in the B2B scenario, you might expect that this is where we would pitch. But I'm not doing pitching much these days. Instead, I'm doing a solution interview. And that solution interview sort of comes in 3 phases. Number 1, I don't start off with a demo. I don't start off with a pitch. I start off by reflecting the problems I heard during our problem interview. So this is a very separate interview from the problem interview. We've done the problem interview. We haven't talked about our solution at all. All we've simply done is collect all the problems they had, and then we said, this is great information. Thank you so much. I'm going to take this information back with me. I'm going to combine it with the information we've got from a couple other folks. Then I'm going to come back to you and present a potential solution. Is that all right with you? They almost always say yes here because we're talking about solving the biggest problems that they have. So now that we're in the solution interview, it's time to reflect the problems. So we're going to start here. And during this phase of the discussion, I'm talking about, hey, I heard this problem during our last conversation. I heard this problem during our last conversation. Is that right? Giving them a chance to reflect back and make sure that they can fix anything that we've said. Now, the problems I'm reflecting here are, of course, cherry-picked from all the problems they discussed. I'm picking the problems that I actually think I can solve and that I'm interested in solving. Now, once we're on the same page about problems, next it's time to propose a solution. So I say propose as opposed to pitch because this isn't a one-way discussion. This isn't me pitching something to them and hoping that they take it and run off and then eventually give us some money. This is, hey, if we agree that this is the problem that you guys are running into, I'm going to propose a potential solution to you, and then I'm going to honestly ask for your feedback. If you think that this is the problem, we agree, what do you think about the solution? Will it work? Won't it work? What things need to be changed? So again, instead of a pitch, we're having a 2-way discussion, and hopefully at the end of it, we both agree that, hey, you know what, it looks like this particular solution might solve this problem. And now it's up to the next phase, which is the most fun. This is all about progress. So once we agree that we've got the problems in line, we think that we can solve the problems together, now it's simply opening up the dialogue to say, hey, you know what do we need to do to make progress on solving this problem? You think that we've got a solution, we think we've got a solution, what are the next steps? And so from here, you're actually going to have a list of to-do items, things that you'll need to do and then things that they'll need to do with a deadline. So instead of turning this from a pitch where you just do a demo and then they say, okay, thanks very much, we'll get back to you, now you've actually agreed that, you know what, we're going to solve this big problem that you've got, and we've come up with a timeline to take next steps. So this collectively is the solution interview. Of course, it's very different than the problem interview, and as you can see, we want to do it at a different time. We won't want to do it during our problem interview because we want to take back and we want to reflect on the problems that they've got, cherry pick the ones we can solve, propose a potential solution, and then come up with next steps. So if you do one of these 2 things, a solution interview or a currency test, you'll never have to pitch again. All right, let me know how it goes and let me know what you learn.